Alright, Shalom Akim. I'd like to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachak Wadash. I'd like to double honors to the apostles and others of great millstone and rule well. And peace and salutation to the Akim world that pushes truth in sincerity. You know, I just want to go through some precepts here. I'll start with Matthew 24 verse 24, right? Say, for there shall arise false Mashiachs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders. And you see that even up to today. You understand? It's our men professing that they come in the name of the Lord, like all of them so-called pastors and them who doing all the witchcraft and throwing down people and all these kind of wonders. And even as some who just do other things also on a real high left-handed level. They say in so much that if it were possible, they should deceive the very elect, because you'll see Esau. You just like when Moses went into Egypt, you'll see Moses was doing things on the right hand side, but it had men in Egypt that could do similar things, but on the left hand side. You'll see Esau have his men, his agents out there doing similar things because they draw off of the power of Satan. You understand? So they could be able to do a lot of things that will look extraordinary, and people would be deceived by it, because that power was given into their hands to actually fulfill that prophecy. Because all these scriptures say, this wicked generation seeketh a sign. So they use these different things as a means to like deceive the masses. But it's to show you how crafty Esau is. These wannabe Chaldeans. You understand? It's to show you how crafty and how good they are. Because they just do many things to deceive the masses on a daily basis. You'll even see like one of the sources of witchcraft that is used that people don't even view it that way is the television media programming. They just use these things to actually indoctrinate the minds of millions, to actually make them believe something that is not true. Like I was talking to somebody the other day pertaining to like marriage and how marriage is according to the scriptures. But usually when you're breaking down things like this to people, you will know to yourself that because of the indoctrinations and teachings growing up and what it is you're accustomed seeing on the media, when somebody hear marriage, the first thing they'll be thinking is what? Wedding dresses, a white gown and a tuxedo, and something old and something new and all that kind of bullshit. Because really and truly, that is one of the ways that Esau has actually deceived the masses. Media, society. They actually push things out in society to actually manipulate your mind into believing different things. That is why most of these bugged out female jakes out here, they believe that having blonde hair is something beautiful, not knowing that is actually a disorder. But because Esau just put it out in commercials and make it look like such a marvelous thing, and make it look like everybody that have blonde hair is a marvelous thing, in their head that is something to have, not knowing that is just brainwashing, deceiving the masses. Same concept comes to the image of the Messiah, which is one of the reasons why majority of people worldwide believe that he was white, because of media brainwashing. They actually keep pushing out this image on the media. Every time you see one of those biblical movies around one of those hedonistic festival times like Easter and so forth, even though Easter is supposed to originally be Passover, but they make changes to it and put in their own doctrines and philosophies into it, when really and truly it's supposed to be the Passover. But whenever you see movies like around that time or around the so-called Christmas time, where you'll see so-called white prophets, you understand, prophets that look like Esau, That's how it is deceive the masses. So there's 2 Corinthians 4. I'll start from 3, right? It says, but if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, because these things are in plain sight. You understand? And that is really a true saying. If you want to hide something, hide it in plain sight. And these things are actually in plain sight, but it's only for those who actually have the understanding to comprehend it, while others will be looking at it and not understand that what they're looking at is a lie. You understand? Esau is a gifted magician, sleight of hand. Verse 4, it say, in whom the God of this world, right, the power of this world, and who has power over this world right now? Esau. And who the power of this world had blinded the minds of them which believe not. Because if for unbelievers, the Most High not given them that understanding to see these things. And for those who have a bit of understanding and choose not to hearken, eventually the better understanding that they do have will be taken away, because they refuse the gospel, they refuse the truth. So where's the point in allowing you to have it? Right? It's in whom the power of this world had blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Mashiach, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them. You understand? So they've been, it's like how the scriptures say, but they having eyes but see not. They actually being blinded from these things. So even though it's right in front of the face, they don't have the understanding to comprehend it, because they had to remain blind, just like how the scriptures say, unless they see with their eyes, just paraphrasing, and hear with their ears and comprehend, and they be healed. You understand? Because they're not supposed to be healed. But I'll show you how crafty this devil is. You understand? This old serpent. I'll show you how crafty it is, because really and truly, if the Most High wasn't preserving the elect, they would be caught up in that nonsense also. They would have been just like everybody else, because it's not only we people. He sort of even deceive a lot of the own people and all the other nations too. They say he caused it all to take, just paraphrasing, to take part in the fornication. So it have majority of the people in the world, besides the hopefully elect, is deceived by Esau in some way. It's only those who the Most High give the understanding to actually be able to go and search into these things and actually break away from that mental captivity that they was in. Because even though a lot of these people out here think they're free, a lot of them still under mental slavery. And that mental slavery pertains to, it has certain things that they're still doing, that is things that they're not supposed to be doing, but they're still going by the programming of Esau. And they're not ordained to break away from that. They're not ordained to change and actually become good. They will continue doing that until the time of destruction, and then they will be destroyed. But I'll show you how crafty that devil is. You'll see even people in different countries who warring against them, they still follow their customs, and some of them don't even know. When you watch things like Japanese animations, or even them Elam movies, and them, all of them trying to be like the harlot. They're trying to be like America. All of them picking up the different customs and actually following these devils. And even though they might be riffing against them, a lot of them don't even know that a lot of the things they're doing come from America, and they still follow it up to this day. You understand? That was 6:16. So today's Jeremiah 6 verse 16, right? To say, thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the way and see, and ask for the old paths, where is the good way? Because really and truly, these things that the Most High gave us to follow, these things are the good way, how we supposed to be, what we supposed to do, and so forth. But when you tell Jakes about this, about things how it's supposed to be, they'll say that in the past. That's one of the first things they'll tell you. But when in these modern times, when Esau tell them to do something, who actually are their oppressors, they would have no problem with doing that. If Esau passed a law now and said okay for faggots to get married, which he did in a lot of places, they would have a problem with it. But to tell them to follow the laws, statutes, and commandments, they will say that in the past. You understand? Because they chose their king. They don't want the Most High to rule over them. They prefer Caesar. You understand? It says nothing new under the sun. They don't want the Most High ruling over them. They want Caesar ruling over them. When the Most High tell them to do something, they'll always find some issue. But when it is the so-called white man, Esau, the oppressors, tell them to do something, they'll be cool with it. Even if they're not cool with it, they'll argue for a couple of days and then everything will go back to normal. And they'll end up following the same thing. Because that is how it is. It's alright. They say, where is the good way? How it's actually supposed to be. And walk therein. And ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein. And that is two-thirds of Jakes here today. They don't want to walk in that way. They don't want to be according to how the Most High want them to be. You understand? They choose to, they holding fast to Esau programming, and they wouldn't let it go. But that's a few precepts to show you, and a little breakdown to show you how much Esau indoctrination actually affect the world. You understand? That's why the scriptures say, for all who was partakers at just now, I'm gonna make sure I had that properly. Let's paraphrasing. We're going to Revelations for Revelations 14. Alright, I'll start from 8, right? Revelations 14 verse 8. They say, and there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, which is what they just do even today. They a lot of 2/3 of Jakes and also a lot of other nations, they are partakers of our wine. You understand? Which represents the doctrines and beliefs of America, because even today, majority of our people and other nations has followed those same philosophies that America does keep pushing out. Things like all these different beliefs that they make up, Pentecostal and all these different beliefs, Jehovah's Witness, all of those stuff. All of those things originated from Rome, and just branch out and get them different titles and certain different changes to them. But when you actually do a good search on them, you can see that it's more or less the same thing, just with a small spin to it. You understand? They cause all to drink from that wine of fornication, to actually take part in the nonsense. And that is why all those who do that and don't repent before the time, they will be destroyed along with America. Right? And number 9, going into the mark of the beast, which is also a part of Esau's foolishness. And those who take that mark also will be destroyed the same way. Right? Hope it was edifying to anybody that listened. And with that, I'd like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Ruach HaKodash. I'd like to double honor the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and Rule Well, and peace and salutation to the Akim around the world that push the truth in sincerity. This is your Abba from Trinidad Camp saying Shalom.